Hey, I'm Claire,
And I'm Janice.
and this is The X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
We are breakup coaches here to help you beat your breakup
Heal your broken heart.
and move on to an amazing, abundant life. Hello, everyone. Welcome to X-Files Podcast. Hi, Claire.
Hello, Janice, and welcome everyone else who's here. We are so excited. We were just talking about how it's over when this comes out, it's going to be over a month and a half of podcasting, and we're so excited.
What a journey it's been.
It's such a journey. There have been many listens. We're approaching, I mean, little numbers, but like we're approaching 1,000 listens
in a month and a week. I think that's pretty good, actually. Oh, I didn't know that.
We're approaching it, but maybe sometime soon, maybe after this episode, we'll be there. So
absolutely. And of course, we've got our great happy hour episode that dropped today. Exactly. So that's just gonna put us way over.
Once people find out about the vibes in this corner of the internet, they're gonna want to join in. So,
and also we're starting to hear from people, and everyone, please keep it coming, because it really makes our day when we hear from our listeners. So thank you.
Hear from you guys, and we're happy to answer questions in the DMs, which has been super fun. So we've gotten some goodies.
And for me, I'm enjoying it because it's hella cold where we are. Yeah. And really warms the heart to hear from people. I don't know if this means anything to anyone, but it's 9 degrees Fahrenheit, where Claire and I are. Yeah. And for our overseas listeners, which we have many, that's hold on. I gotta look. So that's -12. It's really cold, and neither of us are used to it. So I'm sure that people are going to think it's boring because I keep on bringing up how cold it is.
Yeah, but weather report. Who knew?
All right. So why are we here this evening, Claire?
So today we are talking about social media after a breakup, because this is such a monster to deal with after a breakup, because never in human history, first of all, have we ever had to deal with our ex just being able to like pop into our awareness at any point. Really, in the past 100 years, there have been a lot of developments in dating. First of all, we do date, and sleep with people before marriage, possibly. So there's been a lot of changes, but the internet has definitely made breakup recovery a lot harder, because your ex is just available. And we'll go.
And you make yourself available to your ex. And also, we are on social media a lot. I mean, let's just face it. I consider myself to be someone who kind of keeps boundaries, but when I look at how much time I spend on Instagram, it's through the day. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna pretend that I just do the a couple times a day. No, I go on there all the time. Everyone does, or a lot of people do.
A lot of people do, because it is very addicting. Like, I just watched The Social Dilemma, and that was eye-opening.
I've been holding back watching it because I'm so worried that it's just gonna mess with my mind so much.
Well, I mean, it's
I had a friend who was so affected by watching it. And I guess, I don't know, it sounds kind of dark, and I don't know, I don't want to go there right now. It's cold outside.
No, not when it's cold outside and I need to distract myself with social media. I'll do this during the summer when there's other things to do. I mean, I think, like, first of all, there's it is made to be addicting. They talk a lot about that in the movie, but it also, we use it as kind of a numbing activity to get out of your current reality. And when you're going through a breakup and you're trying to like numb your emotions, and then the thing that you're using to numb your emotions, you just happen to see your ex on there. Bad, not fun. So it's there's a lot of angles to how damaging that this can be to your breakup recovery. So we want to talk about ways to make that as conducive to your healing as possible, and why, because that was just a very brief overview, but why scientifically this is so hard after a breakup. So yeah.
Yep. This is something that our lives are entrenched in. And I think that when it comes to social media, there are probably, I'd go out and say there's some ways to do it wrong and some ways to do it right.
Yeah.
So we're going to share some of those with you this evening / today.
Or morning, whenever you're listening.
Whenever you're listening to it, we're sharing them with you now.
Yeah.
Would you like to get started, my dear?
Yeah. So we're just going to move through like different parts of social media and different different facets of it that you may be looking at. So we're going to start off by talking about pictures of the two of you on your feed and what do you do with them after a breakup. And I get that this is really hard, and there is going to be resistance to just point blank deleting basically your past. This person may have been in your life for a few months, they may have been in your life for a few years, and so if you start deleting all of those pictures together, that it does feel like you're pretending that those months or years just didn't happen.
Right.
So what I suggest doing, like, first of all, for the first week, like, just don't go on social media. Don't look at anything. Don't go through your pictures. Just be sad. Without making yourself more sad. But
don't go and tag them. Don't do anything to the pictures that is like sending a message to them.
Don't send a message. You want to be neutral, and to be neutral, don't do anything with those pictures yet. However, once you've passed like that week mark, then you can start thinking about what you would like to do with those photos. Some people are okay with just leaving them up. I would at least try to push them down your feed by posting new photos so that they're not the first thing you see when you go onto your profile. You just like, because you want to minimize any sort of like unprepared, like blindside seeing a photo of your ex and being like, ugh, you want to at least be like, okay, if I scroll down, I'm going to see a picture of him. Am I strong enough to do that today? Okay. If that is not your thing and you do not want to leave your photos up on your feed, I did not do that with my ex-fiance, for instance. What I did is I actually archived those photos. It's something you can do on Instagram. Instead of deleting them, you archive them. So you can still access your archive, but no one else can see it. But they're not gone,
and it also takes going and looking at them to archive them, right?
Yeah.
It's so tricky.
You do have to go through them. And I recommend, if you're in a dark place, I would have a friend over for that and be like, hey, this is what we're going to do today. And then we're going to go and do something else afterwards to like bring you out of that tough spot. You could also like be like, hey, friend, here's my phone, go through and archive all the pictures of me and my partner, and then that way you don't have to go and like look at every single one of you throughout your history. But yeah, the archive is great because then you still have the memories if you want to add them, if you get to a place where you can look back and be like, wow,
which you will. This is one place where time does help. Eventually, this will not sting the way that it does now. Just like, so put them out of view for now, and then come back a while later and see what's up.
Have those that little shoebox of memories in your technological shoebox. Another thing, and I'm not sure if I'm jumping ahead here, but these are like pictures in your phone as well, not just pictures of on your feed.
This is a good tip. Actually, we talked about this in the no contact episode, actually. And I think that the Dropbox tip that you have is good.
Yeah. So if you want to save those but not have them online, you can do this with both. You could do it with your Instagram photos, it's going to take like an extra step to do it. But hey, if you want to have it like off of the app completely, you can save the photos and then put them in a Google Drive or a Dropbox. And it, any pictures you have on your phone, this is definitely a good thing to do with them. So they're not just there. Yeah, because especially iPhones, they have that home page where it's like people that you are significant in your life. And so it's like, oh, you have lots of pictures of this person. And you're like, thanks for the reminder.
Please get rid of them. There's nothing more painful than seeing the selfies or the pics of recent fun times. And even if it is that you do it on a Friday night, pour a glass of wine and I'm a big fan of getting things off of your phone.
Yeah.
Your phone is something that you just use so much. And for me, like, this is my sidekick. This is my buddy.
Yeah.
I need to be able to go to her whenever and not feel the pain. So get rid of the photos.
Yeah. I mean, you want your phone to not be
to be a safe place.
Yeah, you want it to be safe. That was what I was going for. So do you have anything to add to that, Jonas?
Well, just that I have done the Dropbox thing in the past and found it extremely helpful. A few X's back, I had done quite a bit of traveling and exploring and international adventures together. And so we did have quite a few photos and things that I did and still do want to remember. And yes, I did put everything in a Dropbox. I don't remember what I titled it, but it helped a lot. And like I've said before, I'm not sure what even happened to that folder. Eventually, you do stop thinking about it. But that was effective for me.
Yeah. Cool. So that was a cat. Don't mind them. They're mad about the closed door situation. So our next section is about not checking their socials, and we do recommend don't go stalking them, and we use that term lightly, like not actual like full-on psycho stalking.
We don't think you should do that either, but
don't do that
social
either.
Media stalking is a term that everyone knows what it means. You're going and you're following them on these platforms.
And some people use fake accounts to do that and things like that. Don't recommend. And the reason that we are so like strict on this is because when you break up with someone, your body and your mind has been used to being around them a lot. And every time you have like a loving interaction with that person, you're getting a little dopamine hit, and that's causing those pathways in the brain to get stronger and stronger. So you're literally, you have an addiction to this person. You need it. Have you ever seen, I mean, in a TV show, hopefully not in your real life, but have you ever seen a like drug addict trying to get their fix? They start running out of their drug of choice, they will literally do anything to get it again. Same thing here. There's a reason why you feel like you have to call them, or you have
and you
to
make
text
up
them.
excuses, you find reasons.
Because our brains are very smart. We're highly evolved. It'll think of a logical reason why you must have your addiction met, but you don't see it as feeding an addiction. And the thing is you don't need a physical interaction with that person to get some of the dopamine. You can get that through social media, seeing a picture of him, listening to his Instagram story,
reading the DMs. And this is something we don't even have on our list, but delete the thread. Those DMs can be very tempting to read.
The only caveat is if you've been in an abusive situation, you need to keep those as proof.
Agreed.
So that would be my only thing, because I'm like, there are some things that I like deleted that I should have kept. So you are addicted literally to this person. So you have to break that addiction. It's going to be hard because that is a very hard thing to do. But knowing that it's an addiction and knowing that that is why you feel the need to do these things can help. So I have a couple things. You can do cold turkey. You can just say, I'm not doing it anymore. But when that's really hard for my clients, I suggest weaning themselves off. And what that looks like is you can look in 5 days. And just know, in 5 days, how much could he have fucking posted in 5 days? You can wait 5 days to check. You can get your fix. Next time, it's 6 days. But during those 5 days and that 6 days and that 7 days, and each time you build it up, you are rewiring your brain. Those pathways are not getting stronger, they're getting weaker. And even though you do reward yourself with that hit every once in a while, it is still having a good effect. And you're also learning, wow, not much has happened since 5 days ago, since 6 days ago, 7 days ago. And that you will get to a point where you don't feel the need to check anymore. And that is awesome. It's awesome to watch women do that. I've seen it. It's awesome.
Good.
And my thing is, during that time, if you are, because it does help to know that there is a break, that you will be able to check at some point. But if you are in that place where you're like, I absolutely must check, number one rule is never do it during your hardest moments. Even if you're like, I'll wait 12 more hours because then I'll know it's morning.
Yeah, or
because,
when I wake up, or
yeah.
in 24 hours, or something other than right now. I've done this myself.
Yeah, just a little bit of delayed gratification. If you can't make it the days, set a new goal for yourself. It's kind of like when you're running and you're like, I'll walk at the next driveway. You make it a little bit further because you set that goal. And then also with that, I plan ahead. And like, just for like my personal rules from, when I was going through my breakup, was I never checked at night because that was always my hardest moment.
Oh my God, do not check at night.
Don't check at night.
Especially if you're relaxing with anything adult beverage.
Yeah, don't check at night. And I would plan it so that I would work out right afterwards, because the endorphins always pulled me out of that slump and made me feel better. And
I like
so
that. That's healthy.
Yeah, so it was healthy. And it's like, you're being kind to yourself. This is hard to do, and I don't recommend that like maybe a heroin addict like follows the same like situation.
No, I don't think it works that way.
Are really bad for you.
Right. Yeah, this is just for breakups.
Just for breakups. This will help rewire your brain in that way. So
yep. And I think distracting yourself if you're in the moment, I will put on or not now, but I would just put on something that I wanted to watch. Yeah. A sitcom, something funny to distract myself is something that I would
release dopamine in some other way. Like all those feel good
get
hormones.
Your mind off of it.
Yeah. Do like, I mean, that's why ice cream is such a cliche for after breakups, is because
you're probably right.
It makes your brain happy for a little while. So
and getting a bit of sleep behind you helps as well.
Yeah.
All right. So this is one of mine as well. And I mean, I'm just going to talk as far as motivation for checking these things goes. You're trying to start a new life without this person. And the first couple of weeks are, quite critical as far as the actions that you're going to take and the new behaviors. And, trying to see what this person is up to is, the exact opposite of really what you need in these initial weeks and even months. If you're still wanting to do this months later, you kind of need to check what you need to do to put this behind you. And let's just be honest, if you didn't care, you wouldn't be looking. So, seeing what their news is, seeing who is in the pictures with them, which is something I hear so much, seeing how good they look, what they've been posting, you wouldn't be looking if you didn't care. And so you need to get to the point where you're not I guess, caring. Even if you care about this person,
you're kind of faking it till you make it, like fake it till you make it, act like you're over them until you are over them. Yeah, and that's there's a lot of power. That's like part of the winning formula is act like you're over them until you're over them.
Yeah, and in fact, I always say this, but we could do an episode on that actually, because that's a strategy that I've used as well. And I mean, to be honest, I only really look at go and seek out information on people's accounts of people I do really care for. And so, yeah, I do think that you need to get to the point where it doesn't get into your head that you want to go and look. Yeah. And we get to the point in almost every episode where we say sorry to be harsh, but
here it goes.
Yes. This is very dysfunctional behavior that has become normalized in our society because of the rapid embracing of social media. Okay, if you're not with someone anymore, going and trying to find out what they're doing, find out what they look like, it's dysfunctional. And the thing is that so many people do it. And so it's become normalized. And so people think that this is just what you do after a breakup. And it is true that so many people do this, but it doesn't mean that it's healthy. It certainly won't help you in any way. And so I would, take a stand. And
even like
this.
The last generation, it's like in their 40s and 50s, they got Facebook and they're like, oh my God, I can check in and see what my like classmates are doing. And kind of really went into it hard. But before then, like they weren't like getting over a breakup was a solitary. I mean, it wasn't a shared experience with their ex. It wasn't another shared experience with their ex. Like,
yes, that's such a good way to put
in your life anymore.
Right. The breakup was not a shared experience. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I just say, if whatever you can do, even if you need to tell yourself that this is a dysfunctional thing to do, I don't know if that's going
dysfunctional.
All right. So
and we know that comes off harsh and it's easier said than done, and we get it. And we've also not taken our advice at certain times in our lives, and that's okay, but we're speaking from experience. Don't be dysfunctional.
All right, let's go on.
All right. So Instagram stories.
Let's talk about this.
They're super fun, and if you follow someone, and especially if you've interacted with them a lot, their stories when they make one is going to be one of the first things you see when you log into Instagram. And that's why I think it's good to just unfollow your ex, even if you're like, maybe down the road I'll follow him again when we could just be friends. Like, not right now. Don't do it right now.
No, we'll keep talking about this.
Yes.
Can you restrict someone on IG the way that you can on Facebook?
Because Facebook, they're like, we're friends, but I don't follow
they don't see all of your stuff. I don't think
so. You can block people on Instagram, and you can unblock them. Nothing is permanent. So blocking could be great, because then if you are really sensitive to their feelings after a breakup, you can know that they are not possibly watching you at all. So if that helps you, blocking is a great thing to do. But it's hard, because stories are up to date. They're in the moment. They're a little bit more structured than the feed. They're like not as curated, I guess. And so they're basically the cyber stalkers haven, because it's like, oh, who are they actually hanging out with right now? Like, what are they actually doing in the last 24 hours? And so it is hard to stop yourself from looking. But I have an exercise that can help, and that is to write out every possible outcome. So what this means is, there's a reason why you're looking.
Yeah.
You may be looking to see if he's moving on. Is he out with friends? Is he happy? Maybe you want to see whether he's sad. Maybe you want to see if he's posting like sad quotes, like tiles on his IG story.
So many guys do that, right?
So many guys do that. What?
No, I see. I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah. Or if they're just like, getting hammered or something, and you could twist it into some reason that they're like,
he misses me.
sad. He misses me because he's getting drunk. We make fun, but we get it. We get it. We've been there. It's okay. But we have to make fun of you a little bit. So if you write out every possible outcome and then write out how each of those make you feel. So number 1, I see that he's on a date with someone. How do I feel knowing that? Not good. I see that he's out with friends. And then you start thinking, oh, this isn't really affecting him. How do you feel? Not good. You see that he's just like binge watching Netflix and you're like, fuck, he's hurting too, but he still doesn't want to be with me. How do you feel? Not good. I guarantee most of them, all of them, you're not going to be happy. None of the outcomes you're going to be happy. And sometimes you know that intellectually, but in the moment you have to remind yourself because you're an addict looking for a fix. So write out the things. Do any of them make you happy? And yeah, I find that can be helpful. And you can tell yourself, all I have to do is do this exercise and then I can look.
Well, also what just occurred to me is when you look at someone's story, they know that you're looking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that really what you want to tell your ex?
And that's when I think like fake Instagram accounts come into play.
I can't believe people do that, but
yeah, I know it's
I get so many
West out there.
dudes with hardly any followers or following people follow me all the time. And normally do block, but I guess it just occurred to me, like, I wonder how many of these could be someone from my past.
Someone you know.
Oh, it's so scary. I don't know.
Especially, because I get a bunch, like I get a lot of like the profile picture is like a military guy
or a doctor.
And I'm like, does someone know, like someone is making a fake account and they know that I kind of have a little bit of a type.
Well, if anyone's doing that, they're really barking up the wrong tree, because I've never
exactly. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna block you because I just don't know who you are. And I've
had an ex though create fake accounts. I found out it was him.
Neither way, it's a good thing. It's like, okay, if it's someone you know who wants to be anonymous, block them. Hell no. I want to know that you're looking at me. And then like, if it's a bot, then block it, because you don't want to get in trouble with Instagram having bots following your account, like boosting your followers.
Good point. Either. Yeah, if it seems suspicious, just cut it out. Don't worry about your follower number. Go on.
So speaking of which, I mean, I have several people that I dated casually who still watch my story, and I don't really think it means anything. That said, no one from a serious relationship from my past still watches consistently. I have had like a couple weird moments where I'm like, oh, you're having a weak moment because I know you weren't following me. And it's kind of like,
does it get in your head when you see that this person is following you still?
No, because I'm so super over them that I'm just like,
I love that, because that was my point is, I think that sometimes it does mean something. From personal experience, is I do think that some people who you date in the past who keep looking each time, that there is probably something behind that. But what really matters is if it bothers you or not, or if you're worrying about what it means, and if it's on your mind. And that's, I think, really what the important thing is if you are the one who's being motivated by what it means, and if they're looking.
And we're speaking mostly to women who are kind of recently coming out of something and are hurting from that, in which case, yeah, if he watches your story, you're probably going to think about what it means.
Yeah, I've had a friend, or a few different friends actually that I can think of, who whenever they posted a story, they would so quickly, or even the next day, within 24 hours, go to see if this particular person saw it.
Yeah.
And it's just doing nothing but holding you back.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah. So
I know
yeah,
that it's hard. Really, I want to keep putting that out there. We're,
it's hard, but we have
things.
to be harsh.
Yeah. And also, it's gonna make you happier.
Yeah, down the road. This is what's best for you, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not on Snapchat now. I was in the past and just couldn't really get into it, but I know it's popular, and that's awesome. And I also know that it's a lot of fun. So want to talk about some tips for dealing with Snapchat?
So Snapchat, number one, if you are still using Snapchat after your relationship ends, first thing you do, turn off your flashback memories, because
oh my God.
they will blindside you, and you have no idea what happened on that one day a year ago, and it could be a really painful memory. You are not ready to be like, oh, nostalgically, but like okay with the past watching these. You are not in that place. You
because
can
with
disable
Snapchat
these.
you use it all the time, and so there's going to be a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, all the time. And they're also more private messages, so these are not things that you have like broadcast. So
a
these
message,
are things,
a chat or a snap, whatever, between you and your ex-partner, where you were just saying like, good morning, look at me, I'm cute. That's saved. And oh my God.
And they'll be like, hey, this happened a year ago. This happened 3 years ago.
Not what you need.
Not good.
Right now.
Not good. Disable that right now. Facebook also has like memories, or I forget what they call it, but they'll be like, oh, this happened 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and disable those as well.
But also
just Google how to do it. Yeah, I'm like, I can't walk you through it.
Sorry, I don't know why I find that funny, but give it a Goog. Another thing about Snapchat is you can see where you are geographically,
your
right?
Location. Oh my God. Yeah.
Toxic. That is so horrible.
Yeah. Speaking from the perspective of someone who has had a previous ex who utilized that feature with Facebook to basically kind of stalk.
Same.
Disable that ASAP, because even if you don't think they would ever do that, it's better to just be on the safe side and just
I don't know why anyone needs that, even if you
aren't in a breakup. I don't want my friends to know where I am. Know that I just never leave my house.
It's not okay. This constant need to let people know what you're doing, and let's not get into it now. This is dangerous. This is nothing. Yeah. Anyone who needs to know where you are, you can send them a text or call them. This is just so fraught with so many pitfalls.
Yeah, and I guess that's like same thing with stories, is like, if you can, just take the video or the picture and then later upload it to stories, so that you're not actually in the same location that you were in when you took the story, because otherwise people can show up there. And if you have a public account, strangers can know where you are. So, when you see my stories going up, I mean, unless they're like in my house, because I'm there like most of the time, I'm probably not in that location anymore. When you see the story go up, you're like, oh, she's hiking.
Everyone take note,
I'm not.
please.
I'm not hiking anymore. I am not there. You cannot show up and see me at the hiking spot. She's
no longer at Red Rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Damn it. Now they know where I go hiking.
Sorry. I thought, no, I don't know. I mean, someone who lives totally in Colorado, it's obvious to me where you are.
Yeah, exactly. So, go and camp there, wait for me to show up sometime in the next month.
Who knows?
So basically,
after
be
this
safe.
takes off.
Yeah, we've kind of segued a little bit, but I think safety comes first, and if we have a moment where we can like potentially save someone's life, like we're gonna share a little tip that can help.
Well, and these are for tips if you've been with someone long term, but this could absolutely apply to casual dating where you don't actually know.
You don't know what they're
You should
capable of.
never have. No one should have the ability to see where you are. So so you're going to turn off your memories on Snapchat. You're going to turn off the location sharing.
Yeah.
And then what else with Snapchat?
Yeah, I mean, Snapchat. I mean, hopefully your ex is not reaching out to you on Snapchat.
Okay.
But if they are, I would just like delete the app for a time. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to block them on there. So do that too.
Absolutely.
If they are trying to reach out on Snap, because that's also kind of, I don't know, Snap texting is kind of suspect because it disappears after you open it. So,
but then you still get the memory?
Yeah, so they keep it. Snapchat has everything you've ever sent somewhere in a vault. Yeah. No. But people like it because you can be messaging your side person while your regular person doesn't know.
Right. All right. Yeah. Another future episode. Why Snapchat is
there's just and scary. All these bad things. So yeah, I think we're good with Snapchat.
Okay. So sorry to focus there, but just wanted to make sure because I know a lot of people who are dating use it.
Yeah. All
right, cool. So should we talk about a few of the things that I think you should not be posting?
Yay!
Do you have anything else? All right.
Yeah.
So here are a few of the things that stood out to me about what not to do or to do with social media after a breakup. First, do not post an announcement about your breakup on social media. All right. So this stands out to me because, as some people know, prior to being in Colorado a year and a half ago, I was overseas for 6+ years. So I'm not sure if this was a trend in the States, but when I was living in Australia, after you would break up with someone, and this was during the trend of conscious uncoupling.
Oh God.
People would go on mostly Facebook, but I saw it on G a little, and do a long post about how so-and-so and I have decided to break up. We're still friends. This is the reason. This is what I'm dealing with, just so you know. God. So cringy. Okay, sorry for everyone who did that.
Yeah.
But so have you seen people doing this?
I think it might have happened like when I was back in high school. I feel like I've seen a couple posts like that, but it was high school. Mm-hmm. So
no, I'm talking about people 30s, 40s and beyond who would do this after breaking up. All right. So
interesting. If you need to share that information, you should be sending it to the few people who need that information.
Yeah.
Send it to them privately. Right. You are not famous. You do not need to explain what happened. Right.
So that's one of my few points about this is anyone who needs to know about your breakup should be someone that you tell.
Yeah.
And
privately.
like you said, unless I guess you're both celebrities who, need to put out a press release.
Well, and even celebrities, I don't think we're owed an explanation of like what happened.
No, I don't think so either, but
too.
I think that they might have like PR reasons because of maybe being hounded
shared
with
business interests and releases and God,
or maybe
like any couple that became a thing on The Bachelor and like didn't last.
Like I can see what they don't stay together.
What? I thought it was true love.
All right, so putting something public about your breakup is like I said earlier about following someone is the exact opposite of what you need to start your new life.
Yeah.
Seeking public recognition is encouraging this connection rather than creating space with this person.
Yeah.
And let's talk about consent.
Consent.
If you are going to post about your breakup, you would need to tell this person that you're going to do it, get their consent. And so this is like kind of a personal, intimate conversation that you need to have with this person. And you really shouldn't be doing that right now. Like talking about how to announce this to the world in a way that you both agree with.
Yeah. You're probably both not
what,
agreeing on whatever the reason was for the breakup too.
Yep. I have a crazy story, and I feel comfortable sharing this here. I knew some people whilst I was over there, and my friend got full on dumped by her boyfriend, and he like came to the party where we were, broke up with her at the party.
Wow.
I know, it was so uncomfortable. And then went back home and did one of these announcement posts on Facebook the same night.
Oh my God. Did he have like his PR agent like put it together before he went through with the breakup?
I highly suspect that he had thought about what he was going to say before this. And yeah, she never said it was okay. But it's about like wanting to deliver this message to the world about how evolved you are.
Yeah.
And again, going back to this, we're still friends, look at us.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary.
Yeah. He wants to
are uncomfortable when they see these things,
Yeah, they're like, do I like it?
Exactly.
Totally. Yeah. Well, it's also like, it's almost like that quote, the lady doth protest too much, It's like you're trying to protect your reputation and it makes it look like you need to protect your reputation.
Well, yeah, like, and just this is a real life story about how it happened and the way that he went about ending the relationship. He totally overcompensated.
Overcompensated.
Completely. So anyways, don't do it.
Don't do it.
We don't want to see it. All right. So another thing not to post, which I totally see people doing, is this kind of dark call for help in a way, where a post where you say that you're hurting, you might say something like, why do I keep trusting people? Hurt heart, I absolutely did this when I got divorced, or I totally will admit, I would put something out there so that I guess I wanted people to know I was hurt.
Yeah.
This is a long time ago.
Self-expression.
I guess so. But it's just, if you feel like you need support, if you go about doing it this way, you're not going to receive the type of support that you actually need. Someone making a comment on the post, or someone you don't really know that well who reaches out asking what's going on. This is not healthy support.
Yeah, exactly. So, you'd probably only accept support from like maybe 2 or 3 people in your 800 friends on Facebook.
Yep.
So why broadcast it to the 800 people if you are specifically looking for support from a few people?
Well, yeah, and
message them.
And I think that people can see it as that you're trying to get the ex's attention.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah, definitely.
And this is another sorry to be harsh thing. Oh, we've got a few on this.
Yeah, this one is all full of like the harsh truths, the harsh realities.
But they are truths. Yeah. And going on Facebook or Instagram and saying something like this, it's needy energy. And no one likes the term needy. I totally get that.
Yeah, like you should have needs. We're not saying that you need to be completely independent. It's good to have needs. It's just the indiscriminately like shotgunning out into the world. Like,
it's very bad energy. You should be trying.
I made such a weird noise.
I didn't notice that at all.
Okay.
I just thought I'd cut you off.
Skip right past that. No, it's fine.
Right.
We'll continue. Sorry.
The truth is that you need to be trying to put your best foot forward. Look, you need to be doing you right now. And so, advertising things like, like I said, why even go on? Why do I trust the wrong people? You told me one earlier, an example of this. That someone had posted.
People leave your life for a reason.
Yes, people leave your life for a reason, you know, various things.
Oh, I have another, like, why do people lie about their feelings? Like, why would you say I love you and then leave?
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Or something about tough times or whatever. It's just it's really bad energy. These are things that, the thing is about social media, like, these are things that you're putting out into the world. Yeah. And this isn't what you want to put out into the world. And these are the exact types of posts that you come to regret later.
Yeah.
Trust me. This is the exact type of thing that you will go back and delete.
Cringe.
Yes. Yeah. Don't, I mean, this is harsh, but don't embarrass yourself. If you need support, tell someone you need support. You know, you can call a hotline, you know, you can get your sister on the phone. There's a number of other things that you can do that are actually going to benefit you.
Start an anonymous moody poetry Instagram account and put all of your all of that out there. No one knows who you are. You get to have self-expression. You get to put those ideas out there that people can relate to. I think it's when it's like, I mean, it's it sucks, but everything you put online is part of your personal brand. Even if you're a individual with like no business and stuff, it's like,
that's a good point. What do you want to be known for?
What do you want to be known for? Employers do check this stuff, whether that's ethical or not. Unfortunately, that's like part of the world right now. You just don't want a record of that out there. And agreed. Like, yes, and again, live your truth, be who you are. But part of that is that live your real life truth. You don't need to be projecting all this stuff online. That's not really living your truth.
I agree. I remember one time when I was getting divorced. Do you remember that song? It's just one of those days that a girl goes through. Yes. I posted, it's just one of those days. And a lot of people did respond, you know, but looking back, it definitely wasn't my brightest moment. If I was really honest with myself, I had a reason for doing that. You know, I wanted people to feel bad for me.
Yeah. And like, what's crazy is like, I was the queen of song lyrics on Instagram, like statuses, like all through high school. And I liked the words and the plays on words and the things that they did. And like, I was fucking moody in high school, but
I remember those.
Like I would post lyrics that I did not relate to, you know, just because I thought that they were cool, like, cause I like words and writing. And I was just like, this is so clever what they did there. And people would be like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. That was actually, I liked it. But you know, I was also 16, 17 years old. So don't act like a 16, 17-year-old, you know.
Yeah, harsh but true. All right. So another thing, another passive aggressive don't is, do not try to make your ex jealous by posting sexy pics.
Thirst trap.
Okay, seriously, so many people do this. I probably been guilty of it in the past, but look, it's a time to look at your motivations for doing things. If you're being motivated by what they might think or what someone else might say to them about how hot you looked, you're still connected.
And that's it. Yeah. I mean, if your Instagram feed is full of just thirst trap after thirst trap before the breakup too, then sure, go ahead. Like there's no like change. But if you go from like, here's what I'm reading to like suddenly I'm posing in the mirror in a bikini, like for no reason.
Right. And this was one of my points, is that people see through this behavior very easily.
We all know what you're doing.
If you weren't doing this before, you're gonna probably kind of embarrass yourself by just randomly popping in, you know, with the steamy low cut selfie or whatever. I have a friend in New York who's a model actually, and she posts all the time pictures of herself doing these sexy things. And I know for a fact that like there's no differentiation between when she goes through a breakup and not. But she's probably the one person I can think of, you know, that this wouldn't be a little random or suspect.
Yeah, exactly. I guess our message is stick with what you were doing before. Like this is your public facing identity. You want to keep your like you want to keep your processing in person. Like yes, you can share how you're feeling with your friends. You can message back and forth, like you can share that stuff, and you should. It's just shooting it out into the universe like indiscriminately for just whoever stumbles upon it is not the way to get support after a breakup. And that's what it's just not good energy. And I think it's all about acting, you know, we mentioned this before, like fake it till you make it, but there is power in that you are, every time you do something, every time you think a thought, you're strengthening that pathway in your brain. And so if you're strengthening the part of you that likes to share that you're really sad and thirst trapping and or just like doing all this
like
weird
trying to prove
stuff,
something doing all this weird stuff.
I'm sorry for my
true
descriptions. But yeah, like you want to keep it, it doesn't have to be private, but it shouldn't be for the public, you know? Yeah.
Or trying to get at your ex somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't want
ulterior motives.
Yes, that's absolutely my point, is you need to be motivated. You need to be posting these things for you, not them. And that's really hard to tell after a breakup. You know, it can be subconscious for sure.
Yeah.
So all that being said, though, I don't want anyone to think that we don't want you to feel sexy after your breakup and want to take photos. So I have done a boudoir shoot after a breakup.
Just
and
one.
It is so fun.
Just one shot.
Oh no, a full shoot. And it's so fun. It does make you feel so amazing. Good. It's a great thing to do. I would love to somehow offer this as part of my coaching packages in the future.
Yes.
It's a wonderful outlet. And so I would say to do that. Right? You've done it, right?
Boudoir shoot. I did. And I did it after a really hard breakup. And my friend was like, you need to do this. This is my photographer friend. Like you're booking it right now. And like the next week I did it. Actually, a friend of mine also did the shoot too. So she had her own shoot, but we did it on the same day. So we like went and got ready together.
Oh my God.
And and it's definitely intimidating, but then also you really get into the groove. Like once it starts, you're like, oh, this is actually super fun. And the results are so amazing.
Oh, I really want to do one sometime this year. I'm not going through a breakup, but I just know that this is a great thing for people.
You can do it anytime. Yeah, you don't need to be going through a breakup, but it's definitely like it just like showers you in self-love. You're like, holy fuck, that's what I look like. Like, damn, like any partner I get is so lucky.
Yeah, you're right. It does give you a chance to, you know, kind of see yourself as other people see you. And then just as far as posting, I think that scheduling a shoot is good because, you know, there's time involved. You know, you're not doing it in the heat of the moment. You know, you need to book it. You need to plan for it. You need to, the pictures need to get processed. So if you do end up wanting to share these, you know, you can think things through a little bit more before you do.
It's not as raw.
All right. And then, of course, my number one tip, and we've talked about this, I really, really think that taking a total break from social media for 2 weeks is a great thing to do after a breakup. I think for me, I have deactivated my Facebook for 2 weeks. Maybe deactivated my IG. I don't know. I like Instagram a lot. And then what helps me, perhaps even if I didn't deactivate the accounts, is to just take the apps off my phone for a short period of time because it just makes the temptation less. But really, like, do you during this time eliminate this as something that you're thinking about. 2 weeks, you can go back, nothing, will have
Trust me,
changed.
not much has happened.
Right. This is my best tip for anyone is, just commit to 14 days of no social media, or at least maybe one of the platforms that you think might be harmful.
Yeah. And I've frequently had clients look at it the other way, where they start really thinking about what their ex is going to think of what they're posting. And so there's like this whole thought process that they're going through. Like, if I post this, will he be okay with it? Like, and that I just want to stop you right now. And I know how common it is because I've had these conversations with women. And, my question is, does it matter? Doesn't matter what he thinks if you post a picture with you smiling. Doesn't matter what he thinks if you block him, because he lost the right to have an opinion when you guys broke up. And as your coach and as your podcast coach, I only care about your well-being and recovery. And he is an adult. He can focus on his own recovery. This may come off as harsh, but it's actually very respectful of him to be like, hey, I'm not including him in my thought process, because it's assuming that he has the capability of taking care of his own emotional health. You do not need to mother him. You do not need to take care of him. He's capable of moving through this hard time. And excluding like basic decency and, not posting anything deliberately hurtful, you do not need to tiptoe around his feelings. He's going to be just fine. And you have to assume that, like you, whatever he does on social media is only taking into account his best interests. So,
and I guess another reason to block or deactivate for a short time, if you're really so worried about it, then maybe he doesn't need to see anything that you're posting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you don't think he's capable of like setting his own boundaries, then go ahead and set them for him. But, still, I'd like to think that we can be like, hey, we're all adults. He can do what's best for him. Not saying that guys typically deal with relationships ending in the healthiest of ways, but that's not your job. And my only caveat is that you always need to be kind. I do not recommend posting anything in anger. Don't drag someone publicly. And don't post a picture with someone new, like right after your breakup, as like a revenge post.
No revenge posting. All of this, like, look at your motivation, and don't be following each other.
Yeah.
I really think that we should normalize blocking, and that people should just see that blocking someone for a period of time is kind of a normal thing that you do during a breakup. And that there shouldn't be all this emotion attached to it and offense attached to it. And this is just something that happens.
Yeah, you are not responsible for how people perceive you. You literally cannot control that, even if you spend your whole life, and a lot of people do, spend your whole life trying to manage how people see you. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter how hard you try. So, just like put that to the side. But regardless, make sure you keep your karma clean. His karma is his own. Whatever he did to you, that's his shit. So keep your karma clean.
Yep. No, yeah, I like all of this. I think that was good. We covered a lot. Oh my goodness. I hope people had a pen and paper and a whiteboard. Most of all, if you want to be happier during a breakup, stepping away from social media, or really examining the ways in which you're using it is a really great way to do that. So
that's awesome. Oh, and I just thought of something. You can always hire your own PR agent, aka your best friend, and be like, hey, I'm thinking of posting this with this caption. Oh, sure. What do you think this is going to come across as? Do you think this is neutral? Okay. And she can just be a little gatekeeper. Make sure
when you're actually voicing this out loud, you might also catch yourself as you're telling the other person, oh wait, this does kind of seem
you're like,
silly.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's a good tip. I like that.
Yeah, but choose that friend wisely because it might be that one friend who's like, yeah, fucking post it.
True.
But anyway, just an idea. And I think that's it.
All right. You have a resource though, right? That you want to share?
So I do have a free little PDF social media guide. So if you want the tips from this episode to be written down, so you didn't have to have a whiteboard and be taking notes during this, just DM me. And it is also available on my website. But if you don't feel like going and getting it, just DM me and I'll send you the link.
That's very cool. Wonderful job, Claire. And I guess, as far as I'm concerned, I just really wish you luck with your breakup. If you want more support, again, hit me up and I'm there for you. I've also got various, programs and packages that I'm offering. But number one reason we're doing this is so that you can beat this breakup.
Hell yeah. Beat the breakup.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thanks for listening to X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
If you like this episode, tag us on your Instagram story so we can connect with you.
And you can find me, Claire, on Instagram at Claire Lofthouse.
And me, Janice, on Instagram at Janice Formicella. Talk soon.
Bye. And here's a preview of our next episode. It's like there are still expectations. You have to have that communication aspect. There is more to juggle because there are more people. And then if you're monogamous, you have to meet your own needs in the areas that your partner doesn't meet them. So there's always going to be a drawback. There's not just one like magic pill.
No. And that's exactly right. Like in monogamous relationships, that's the thing you do. You have to manage that. Whereas in poly, I find we can explore that further. Mm-hmm. But again, I don't just go out and sleep with whoever I want to go sleep with. Yeah. I talk to my partners first, mostly my live-in partner. The other two are we're a little bit more relaxed in our relationship styles, but I'm not going to just go out and sleep with a whole bunch of people.